The Red Wings alumni are pulling together for Cerebral Palsy. The Detroit Red Wings alumni will face off against a local hockey team known as the MI-UCP Pucksters, with both teams raising money and awareness for the Michigan United Cerebral Palsy Foundation, and that will be taking place on Saturday, March 15th, 2025 at the St. Mary's Arena in Orchard Lake. And here to tell us more about this incredible event, we have a board member with Michigan United Cerebral Palsy, Mike Ward, joining us right now on The Splash. Mike, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I am great and really happy to be talking with you about this incredible event that's coming up in March. What does it mean to you personally to be a part of such a unique and impactful event like the MI-UCP charity hockey game?
Well, we've been doing this now for 22 years. This will be our 23rd game. We actually started it in 2000. We took a couple years off for when COVID was reigning. But this event has really not only helped us from a financial standpoint, the organization, but it has created a ton of awareness for what our agency does in terms of our work with people who have cerebral palsy. But 65% of the people that we offer assistance to in the state of Michigan have a disability other than or in addition to cerebral palsy. So that's 2.3 million Michiganders who live with a disability. So that's why this event is such a big one for us.
Wow, it's awesome to hear of the impact that you guys are having on so many people here in Michigan. And having done this event for 23 years, I'd imagine that there have been a lot of things you've seen from this event and how it's grown in that time period. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, when we first began, it was just a game between some guys who play beer league hockey and the Red Wing alumni. And over the years, we've grown it so that each player who is on our roster, they basically create a website profile on our fundraising platform, and they raise money. And about 10 years ago or 15 years ago, we began adding sled hockey to the event. And sled hockey is played by athletes who have a disability that does not allow them to use their legs. So they can use their arms to propel them, and it's an amazing sport. And so we have a group of able-bodied athletes who get in sleds and participate with sled players from the Bell Tire sled hockey program out of Taylor, Michigan. And they are phenomenal. They provide us sleds, and they provide their players, and we mix them up so that our players can be right there on the ice with these tremendous athletes, and there are some youth players and some adult players. So that has really added to the event over the years. But the big draw is always the Red Wing alumni, and we've had such great support over the years from players like Mickey Redmond, Darren McCarty, Joe Kosher. We've had Igor Larionov at the game. We've had Dino Cicerelli has played several times, and then regulars like Johnny Ogrodnik. We've had Red Berenson. So we get lots of great names, and that's part of the draw for people to come out and see these guys basically beat our beat our team. We're 0-21-1.
Oh, no.
We tied 1 year. We tied 1 year at the last minute, and we tied 10-10. The games are pretty competitive. In the last few years, we've tried to stack our roster to to give ourselves a decent chance. But these alumni, they're so good, they're so skilled, and when they want to, whenever we get close, they just turn it up a notch, and we basically don't stand a chance.
I can only imagine what must have been going through everybody's heads on that game when you actually did tie a bunch of former Red Wings players. That must have felt incredible. But how do the players for both the UCP Pucksters and the Red Wings alumni get involved with fundraising like this? And why is it so important to meet individual fundraising goals?
So to meet individual fundraising goals is basically so important for an agency like ours, because we depend on fundraising dollars in addition to grants to provide advocacy, benefits counseling. We provide assistive technology. We provide portable wheelchair ramps for those who need it, things like that. So the fundraising goals are always something that we have to keep a close eye on, and that's a year-round thing for us. It just as funding for different nonprofits have become more competitive, this is one of the events that we depend on to raise funds for our operating expenses. And then, in terms of getting involved, we have a great website, which is mi-ucp.org/hockey. And you can go on there, you can see all the players that are playing. And if you want to make a donation to any of them, or if you just want to donate to the event itself, there's a link there. But come out to the event. It's actually free. It's at the St. Mary's Arena in Orchard Lake, which is a beautiful rink. So the event is free. The doors open at 4:30. The first sled game is on at 5 o'clock. And then at 7 o'clock, the alumni take on the MI-UCP Pucksters. And we always do a bit of a parody jersey for an old NHL team, and this year we took on the old Whalers jersey, so it's the MI-UCP Pucksters, and we'll have things like 50-50 tickets there that we're going to be selling, and Chuck a Puck, which is you buy a puck for $5, and then at the break, everybody lines up on the side of the boards and throws them out, and whoever gets closest to the center dot will win either Red Wing tickets, Tiger tickets, $150 gift certificate from the Mitten State T-shirt company, or several other prizes. We've got lots of fun things throughout the event, and here's what the puck looks like. There's that, and I have to thank my one of our friends, one of our players, Rich Summers, sponsored the pucks, and we had another sponsor, the White Lake Police Foundation, sponsored our jerseys. So that's part of how we offset any costs that we might have for this event, is we get sponsors, and we have donor advertising, MGM Grand Detroit, Cargill, Domino's is providing the food that we'll have for the players in the afterglow upstairs, which is a small gathering that for our players that we like to give them a little bit of a reward at the end of getting their tails beaten.
Well, everything is made better with Domino's. That's absolutely right. For those just joining us right now on The Splash, we have Mike Ward, a board member with Michigan United Cerebral Palsy, joining us right now to talk about their foundation's annual Detroit Red Wings alumni game that is going to be taking place on March 15th. And this event has been going on for the past 23 years, and you guys have raised nearly $650,000. How have the funds from this event been used to benefit disabilities across Michigan? I believe you mentioned some of those facts before.
Yeah. So we operate programs such as Representative Payee, where we help individuals who have a disability who maybe can't manage their finances themselves, but they want to remain independent. So we help them and we become their payee. Or with benefits counseling, where many individuals with a disability are on Social Security, and so they have to be careful. If they want to work, they have to figure out how that will affect their benefits, and we offer that counseling. So those are advocacy areas, but we also help with education. We get involved with different boards of education or different PTAs, different groups who need assistance there. We do one-on-ones for IEPs through our resources at the agency. Assistive technology has become such an important aspect of people who live with a disability, because it can be something where they have to modify their wheelchair, or they have to modify something in their home. They need a piece of technology. They could be in need of laptop, hearing device, speech device, all kinds of things. And we're able to provide some of those things. And when we can't provide it, we are in the position now of being able to offer low or no interest loans for devices or technology. And we also have 2 ramp programs. One is a portable wheelchair ramp that is something that can be folded up, put in a car so that somebody can get out of their house, get to another location and have a ramp on both ends and not have to worry if there's an accessible ramp in the location where they're going. So those are just some of the programs that we have been involved in. We also are a referral to many other organizations that we partner with throughout the state. Because as a small organization, serving 2.3 million Michiganders who live with a disability, we can't do it all ourselves, but we have the access to resources that can.
Well, that is amazing to hear of everything you guys are doing. This event sounds like so much fun. I can't wait to see it. I got one more quick question for you before we let you go, Mike. What message would you like to share with attendees and donors who are supporting Michigan United Cerebral Palsy through this event?
So the biggest thing is our goal is to close the disability divide. And that divide can be anything from the distance somebody has to go in their wheelchair where there's not an accessible ramp, or it can be the distance between their education or their workforce, or whatever that gap is. Everything that we do when we're looking at the programs and services that we offer is, does it close the disability divide? Does it help people close that gap? And that's our deciding point. So come on out and celebrate this day with us. And if you make it there for the sled game, you are going to see some remarkable athletes at work on the ice. And come and meet them, come and support them, and throw a few bucks our way. That would be great.
Well, I can't wait to see it. I'm sure the rest of the greater West Bloomfield community can't wait to see it either. Mike, thank you so much for joining us on The Splash today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate this. This is one of the ways that we are able to spread the word. So thank you very much.